Welcome back, everybody, to BMI Redefined with
Jen
and Mo.
Yay.
Yay! We are so glad to be back. We are going to be talking today about Mythbusters, fact or
fiction.
Oh, yeah. We'll see. Let's see.
Okay. So myth number one,
Mhm.
exercise can erase a bad diet. True or false?
No, because I've done both. I've tried the diet. I've tried the exercise only, the diet only, and it just doesn't work. So, and I've also learned from you, my trainer, that exercise is not a replacement for a bad diet. Did I learn well?
You learned very well.
See?
So for example, just to give a factoid here, if you eat a whole pizza, say that's about 1,000 calories, and then you say, well, I'm just going to go exercise it off. Is that realistic?
In my world.
Come on. Well, really, their typical workout is probably about burning 600 calories, so you're not going to burn off the whole pizza.
Can we just talk a second about those, what are they called? They're called health trackers.
Yeah.
Because I love them, but we have to realize that they are not always super accurate. Sometimes they're a little bit off, a little bit more. So if they say, oh, you've just exercised 400 calories off. Well, in reality, is it really 400 calories? It might be close.
It might be close.
Yeah. And it's also interesting because you can't really out exercise a bad diet, right?
Right. And if you have a bad diet, a lot of processed foods and all that, if you will, your performance during your workout is not going to be as stellar as it was if you're eating more healthy.
Right. Right. Yeah. So I say the answer to that is no.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're a winner.
Okay.
Next, what do we have?
Skipping meals will help you lose weight faster. Fact or fiction? Well, if you skip meals, your body can go into starvation mode, right?
Yeah.
But
what's the goal of your workout? And are you relying only on glycogen, or are you trying to get into the fat burning mode? And that's going to be a later myth that we're going to talk about.
Right. But if you don't have a consistency in your diet, or not your diet, if you don't have a consistency in your eating, then, your brain can slow down.
Right.
And your bodily functions slow down.
Right.
So I've skipped meals before. Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're still functioning.
Yeah. But did it help us lose weight faster?
No.
No,
it didn't, because it made me sluggish.
Right.
And it didn't give me the energy.
You don't have the energy
to
perform as you should during a workout.
Right.
Okay. So
wait. So skipping meals will help you lose weight faster. False.
Fiction.
Okay, good. Well, at least we agree on something.
Today. Okay, next myth. Men and women need to exercise differently. True or false? Are there gender-specific workouts?
I don't think exercise has a sex.
True. That's true.
Right?
Yeah. So,
but
where are you going with this?
Nowhere.
What were you going to say?
Nothing. No, you go ahead, because you're the one who knows what you're talking about.
Likes to exercise.
Yeah, pretty much, because that ain't me.
So, yeah, you never see really gender-specific workouts. I mean, you might have more emphasis in certain areas depending on what your goals are, whether you're a man or a woman. And we all have goals. Some are the same, some are different. So, no, they don't need to exercise differently. I do have women clients who are like, oh my God, I can't work out 6 days a week because I don't want to bulk up like Mr. Universe or whatever. And I'm like, you're a female. You're not going to bulk up like Mr. Universe. Okay. So, and look at me. I work out all the time. And do I look like Mr. Universe? No. No.
You're pretty solid. I mean, you're pretty strong.
well, thank you.
Well,
Okay. So anyway, no, they do not need to really exercise differently. But a great workout is customized or tailored to the individual, whether man or woman, to help them reach their goals.
so I'm going to throw in a little thing in here. I'm going to throw in two terms, aerobic and anaerobic.
Okay.
With oxygen, right?
Yeah.
Aerobic and anaerobic without oxygen.
Right.
So my question here is that sometimes they say that men are they're better at like more anaerobic things and women are better at aerobic things like walking and long distance running, things that bring in a lot of oxygen, where men are sometimes they work better and they burn more if they are using less, if they're using anaerobic, like less oxygen. I don't know. I just read that somewhere.
Well, okay, so we're going to move into this in a little while when we talk
Oh.
about fat burning heart rate target zones.
Oh yeah.
But just to
Okay.
give a little preview, so there's the warm up type workout, there's the fat burning type workout, there's the aerobic type workout, and there's the anaerobic type workout.
Mhm.
Okay, so where you're actually moving into that, and you're going to have the excessive oxygen consumption post that. You're going to have the afterburn where your muscles are still going to be burning because you've gone into an anaerobic phase. You really only hold on to anaerobic a minute or two though, really during
Okay.
a workout.
Right.
Okay. So
Okay.
we're going to get into all those details, but
Well,
that's a good point.
let me just make one point here.
What?
I'll do anything, aerobic and aerobic, because quite frankly, anything that I do is an improvement. So I'll be male and female in this situation because, yeah.
I think she just told me I could design a really intense workout.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did. No, we are witnesses now. This is awesome.
So men and women need to exercise differently.
Not really.
Not
just,
really.
It's
just
the
movement.
Right. It's movement and it's the individual and what is their goal, not what gender they are.
Right.
Right. So our next thought to ponder is women should do low weights and high reps. Fact or fiction?
I always have to remember that. So low weight. No.
Okay. So let
You
me just
answer
add
that.
some insight here.
Obviously, I'm not answering this one.
Okay, so this depends on your goals.
Right.
Okay, so if you're trying to lose weight or drop your body fat percentage, low weights, higher reps, less rest time between moves. Okay, so that's what you're looking at there. You're trying to build muscle, you're going to use higher weights, less reps, more rest time in between.
All right.
Okay, you're building muscle fibers there. Okay, so
Okay.
those are two different. Again, that's not a man or woman thing. That's a type of workout and what is your goal thing. Yeah, so that's where that falls.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay, so what's next?
If food is fat-free, it must be healthy. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Definitely fiction. I mean, I remember, okay, I don't know if you remember these, but do you remember growing up, and people our age will remember this, those little fat-free cookies called Snackwells?
Yes.
Okay. They were packaged like Girl Scout cookies. So it was a brilliant marketing plan.
Right.
So I thought when Girl Scout cookie time came around, I'll just get Snackwells.
Ah, okay.
Right?
Right.
And I can eat the whole thing. Because they're low fat. I don't know if they were low fat or fat free. It doesn't matter. But the word low or no was in there. So, but basically, if it's low fat or fat free, I mean, there's going to be some sugar or added sugars in those.
Well,
and additives.
Isn't jelly fat free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
So,
but it's not, because sugar, if you're not, sugar turns into fat.
Yeah, if you don't burn it.
Right. So reduced fat, like I even have reduced fat, a certain brand in my cupboard, which I will not mention, but it's reduced fat peanut butter. Well, I also have almond butter, and I put them next to each other. I actually like the taste of the almond butter better.
It's a tongue twister.
Because It's less sugary.
Mm-hmm.
And once you have less sugar and consume less sugar, once you do taste real sugar again, it's like, whoa, it is so much.
It's
So
way more sweet.
flavored, low fat flavored coffee drinks, which I'm in there for. Breakfast cereals, low fat breakfast cereals, again, has sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
The cookies, salad dressings, flavored yogurt, the low fat muffins, right? And even frozen yogurt,
Right.
right? So if you eat more sugar than your, liver or muscles can handle, then where does it go? It has to go somewhere, because energy in stays in unless you, right,
Burn it off.
burn it off.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what you do, it's converted into fat,
Basically.
Mm-hmm. And you know where fat is? It's like right under your skin. It's in between your organs. I mean,
yeah.
And every time I was studying this and reading about this, I was just like,
yeah,
what I've done to my body,
well, and
what we do to our bodies.
Right. And just like doing research and working on ideas like we're talking about today, you run across, scientific or medical photos of fat cells and what it looks like and all that. And just
no. And so low fat doesn't mean no fat.
That's right.
Because no matter how you look at it, the sugar is going to turn into fat.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I think you busted it.
Busted. No bueno. Okay. So you're next, because I don't know anything about this now. I'm just gonna go.
You can spot reduce fat. You just need to tone.
Yeah, right. Like if I sit here all day and just do this, I can work on this,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll just go away magically.
Resistance training in just one area of the body is not going to help you reduce fat in that one area. You can do multiple sets and circuits filled with crunches and not reduce abdominal fat by just doing that.
Well, that explains a lot. I tried that for a year.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Yeah. And abs are built where?
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen. Yeah. Abs are built in the kitchen. So what you can do is work on a healthy eating plan, nutritional plan, along with some crunches, some reverse crunches, some Russian twists, some, side planks and all that you want to do. But you can also add in, or you need to add in, the resistance training and cardio. Okay, so we're getting into working the heart to actually burn the fat that you're trying to burn off.
And that's the aerobic. So
right.
Be walking or rowing or whatever.
Right. And then we'll get into talking about some high intensity
HIIT
training too.
HIIT.
In a little bit.
I just learned that from you. HIIT. Is it
HIIT?
HIIT?
You?
No, I know you didn't. Except for that one.
No, I did not. HIIT. High intensity interval training. Oh yeah. Circuits. Yeah. Love it. We're gonna work out after this. So increasing your exercise intensity and pairing it with the cardio will help you reduce fat.
And the whole thing is consistency, right? Just a little bit from each column A, column B, column C, just a little bit, because I think that's where we, lose a lot of it. But anyway, can you spot reduce fat? You just need to tone. Yeah, that's totally
fiction. All right, next.
Fact or fiction? Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Okay, just get mad at me. Go ahead.
Yeah, because you don't eat breakfast.
No, I drink coffee.
And no bueno, man. No. I have to say that I did not eat breakfast pretty much most of my life. I mean, I might have cereal or toast or something here and there. Again, a lot of carbs. But now I'm starting to try to have a more balanced breakfast. Like I'll make overnight oats, or I'll have a protein ball. I make my own. I don't I don't buy the protein bars in the stores anymore because they're just filled with so much stuff.
Mhm.
Um, and then I also have this morning, I actually got up early and made an egg. And I didn't have toast with it. I didn't have any, I just had an egg with a little teeny tiny bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and I just had the egg. And it was actually quite good. Now I'm not having an egg every single morning, but I'm just trying to find different things to have for breakfast because it really satiates me. It gets me through the morning. And I never believe, because if I don't have breakfast, I always have to have a snack like around 9 o'clock. And I'm up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. So I always have to have a snack around 9ish. But if I have an egg like I did this morning, I had a snack maybe around 10:30. And I had like little wasabi peas. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, and a banana. I had a banana too today. So, so those are just like little things, but breakfast, you're breaking the fast, right?
Mhm.
So when you're breaking the fast, it's important to have a good breakfast. Now, there are some people who decide to do, what is that called?
Intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting.
Mhm.
And that's totally different, but you're still having to break the fast
Right.
at one point.
Mhm.
So no matter if you give your body a rest for 16 hours or 12 hours or whatever you're doing, you still are breaking that fast. So your breakfast could maybe be at 9 in the morning, but are you still having 3 meals and are you still having 3 snacks just to keep your body going and keep your body moving?
Mhm.
I don't know. That's
Because digestion burns calories, right?
digestion burns calories,
Mhm.
and it really sets your day up for a positive eating day. For me, it does.
Mhm.
And it helps me personally make better food choices. Now, I don't know. You're a night owl. I am totally a morning person. If we
Okay.
have opposites, it's right here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like I like to eat more of a morning type thing and then maybe lighter at night, where, you make
I
food at
do.
night.
I do a lot of healthy meal preps.
Yeah.
At night.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you eat all of it?
Mhm.
Oh,
Now it's for the next couple of days and all that.
planner.
That's totally different.
Different. We are different.
Okay, so breakfast is very important. Is it the most important meal of the day? You're saying it is.
For me.
Okay.
And I think that's kind of where we have to decide, right? Like maybe lunch is more important for other people.
Yeah. Like that's my, well, unless I'm working all day. I'm not being a good example here.
I think the thing is that no matter which meal is the best for is the most important meal of the day for you, um, if you eat a heavy meal, then at night, then your body is not going to be able to digest it
Right.
as great as it could be digesting it during the day when you're more
Sure.
active.
That is
And I
true.
think that's where we're talking about. I mean, in Europe, they have a very light, they eat late at night,
Mhm.
but they eat lightly. Their biggest
Yeah.
meal is at lunch.
Mhm.
So, I think that you just kind of have to figure out, if you're a night owl and you go to bed at 3 in the morning, then yeah, eating maybe at 9 o'clock at night,
No problem.
no problem,
Yeah.
right?
Especially if you work out at night.
Exact. Again, different.
I like that.
Yeah.
She just called me weird.
Well, it's true.
Preference.
Okay, so breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Fact or fiction?
What do you say? You're the expert on this.
I say yes.
Okay, then let's go.
It breaks your fast. It gets you ready for the day. It sets up your energy.
Mhm.
It sets up your mood. And
You
just
say I'm in a bad mood in the morning?
don't have a Pop-Tart in the morning. Have an egg.
I'm not in a bad mood.
Or if you're a vegan, have something,
True.
vegan.
I should start eating breakfast, apparently.
Well, just have a little nibble.
I'll try the egg thing.
You're not going to try.
Actually, I had boiled eggs in the refrigerator yesterday, and I had to in the afternoon.
Yeah, but that's not
Got you know.
Okay, going on.
You burn only fat at your target heart rate.
Fact or fiction?
Fact or
You
fiction?
burn only fat at your target heart rate.
What do you think?
Oh. I know if you're at your target heart rate, you do burn fat.
Mhm.
And if you're below your target heart rate, it's not as effective.
Correct.
But the word only throws me off. I've taken too many tests
Right.
in my life. I know that only is not.
Right. The always and the only words
So
are
I will say fiction.
true. It is fiction.
Test taker.
Yes.
Test taker.
So you will be burning glycogen also at your target heart rate. Really, there's 4 training zones. Okay, so there's the warm up, and you're looking at 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate at that point. Okay, that's going to warrant getting your body ready to exercise.
I've read that.
Yes, and then read that. You do that, you warm up.
I've put a little thing around me, and when I walk, and my treadmill reads it, and it says,
okay, good.
You're half dead. But
no,
okay.
You're not.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, next is the fat burning zone. Okay, that's where we're looking at 70 to 80% of our target heart rate, or maximum heart rate. So that's our fat burning target. Okay, so at that point, you will start burning some fat stores along with the glycogen. Okay. Moving into the aerobic zone, which you were talking about earlier, 81 to 90% of your maximum heart rate.
Oh,
okay. So that is where you're still burning, but you're actually up to burning glycogen and fat. Okay, in equal amounts. Moving into the anaerobic zone, 94 to 100% of your maximum heart rate. Okay, cannot talk. You won't be talking like you like to do. And
rude. So rude.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. So yeah, but that's only for a minute or two. Like I said, you're going to actually experience that afterburn. Okay, from anaerobic, where you're still going to be burning even after you finish the exercise. Okay, you'll have the excess post-workout oxygen consumption going on, so your metabolism will be a little higher. Okay, so that is, I mean, that's going to your max heart rate. Okay, so that you're not going to do that long. So moving back down into like the aerobic fat burning zone, those are where you're going to really see your results that you can sustain, that you can keep it going. HIIT workouts, high intensity interval training will help with fat burning. Those are where you move into your target heart rate, your target fat burning heart rate within the first 30 seconds. So whether you're rowing as fast as you can, or you're on the treadmill, you're on the elliptical, even I have clients just doing stair steps, up and down, up and down, up and down, 30 seconds on. Then you go off for 30 seconds, meaning something less intense. Okay, slow down the pace. If we're doing stairs, just go side to side, just keep moving. Okay, but you're not at that fat burning heart rate. You bring your heart rate back down. 30 seconds later, bring it right back up.
Yeah.
Okay, and then depending on the age and the health and everything of whoever's doing these exercises, how many reps you use. I usually try to do about 5 or 6 reps of that. But I had one client the other day that told me, I went to the fitness center and I did, her.
Yeah.
She went to the fitness center and I did HIIT workouts for 30 minutes. I went, whoa. Yeah.
That's great.
I know. Yeah. She loved it.
She's looking a lot. She's looking good.
She's looking good. Yeah. And she's getting in the mindset.
I just saw her yesterday. She looks like she's like, she really looks good.
Yeah. I know.
So it works.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's when, so that's really where you start burning when you're getting into that target heart rate, but you're not burning only fat, you're still burning some glycogen.
Right.
Okay. Yep. There we go.
Okay. Sweet.
All right. What is next?
Eating before bed will make you overweight. Fact or fiction? Well, this is kind of piggybacking on what we were talking about, right? And, it is a healthy snack is fine before bed. and maybe a little bit of plain yogurt with some berries in it, or a handful of nuts. Just something small, something easy that will be easily digestible. Digestible? Yeah, digestible.
Yes.
And even some people make a protein shake, put things in that. Perhaps even an apple with maybe 2 tablespoons of peanut butter or a nut butter, whatever you want. But because that's small enough. I mean, don't choose a huge apple, just like a smaller apple, and something that will help your body um, be satiated. However, be easy to metabolize, because remember, you're going to bed. You don't want to fill your body up with pastas and breads and really heavy foods before you go to bed. Going to bed is a time for your body to rest, a time for you to rest, your brain to rest, everything to rest. And if your body is really working hard to try to digest that food, it's not at its optimum function. So the idea is that you just want to give your body a break. And if your body can't digest everything, then you're not sleeping well, and therefore weight gain, right? Serotonin, all of that stuff.
No cheese.
Huh?
No cheese.
Well, you could, I don't know. If you can't digest cheese, I won't be having cheese. Right?
Right.
I mean, and that's the other thing. We know our bodies the best.
Right.
No one knows my body more than me. Nobody knows her body more than her.
Right.
So you know what feels good, and you know it doesn't feel good.
Right. Okay, what is next? You burn more fat when you work out on an empty stomach. Fact or fiction?
Of course, that is, you burn more fat when you work on an empty stomach. That's not true.
Okay. So what about people who work out in what's called a fasted state?
Oh, that's never me.
Okay, so you're using up your glycogen storage, you're moving into burning fat, but there's a big but to this message.
But
You will not see a medium nor long-term effect of the fact that you've been working on an empty stomach. You will perform worse during your workout. You will not get as much out of it. Your psychology will not be right during the workout. I mean, one of the biggest, when I started working out with my first trainer, Matt, like years and years ago, actually, he got so mad at me when I walked in that day at like 3:00 that afternoon. What do we eat? And I was like, nothing. He got mad. He's like, Jenny, you are wasting my time. You're not going to have a good workout. You're not. Really, we should just call it quits right now.
That's why you've never told me I've wasted your time. Because I was in breakfast before we worked out.
Right. So I learned, and it's truth. It's total truth that you need to eat something before a workout, at least 30 minutes before a workout. Okay, just to have a little sustenance there. So yeah, do not think you're going to get long-term gains and burn more fat just because you work out in a fasted state.
Did you say long-term gains?
Right.
Like gaining?
Oh, long-term benefits.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Long-term benefits.
I'm just joking.
No.
Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, you'll have less energy for your workout, and like I said, you just won't get as much out of it. You won't perform as well.
Yeah. And then you get hungry in the middle. It's just,
right.
And then you have to break to have your little bar or whatever you're having. Your little protein
but then right after workout, what do we say do?
Eat protein.
Yeah.
Because it helps rebuild the muscle.
That's correct.
Yeah.
All right.
I was listening.
You're listening.
The little fibers need to grow back together.
Yes. Stronger.
Stronger, so you need to have your protein.
You're
Okay.
mocking me.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Anyway, so
But it works.
I know I fall for it.
Okay.
Okay, so not working out in a fasted state, have at least something, even if it's just a little oatmeal 30 minutes before, or just something to get your body going. Yeah. Okay.
Get your body going.
You're on.
Oh, this is
She's
my
been waiting for
favorite.
this one.
Calories in or calorie equal calories out, fact or fiction? What do you think?
I think you're gonna bust this.
I think I'm gonna bust this. So this is fiction. Okay. And the reason I say this is because there's a lot out there that I don't agree with. Can I say that?
You can.
Okay. Do you agree with that or not?
No, that's true, because
Okay.
there are so many fitness and wellness and health and nutrition myths out there. That's what we're here for. We're
Right.
here to bust these.
So if you've never heard of the term thermodynamics, this is the time that you need to hear about this. It is basically a calorie is, of course, a calorie. Well, not all calories are created equal.
Wow. Do tell.
So the law for thermodynamics is energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but only transformed. Now, that is true. I believe that. And that is true.
Mhm.
But not all calories are created equal. The body is always, constantly transforming energy, right? We're always transforming energy. I mean, even if we're standing still, we're transforming energy. When we are sleeping, we are transforming energy.
Well, there's the base metabolic rate.
Right.
Like how many calories does it take to sustain you as an organism, a living organism, when you're doing nothing?
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And and that little piece of energy, combusts, right? And it produces heat, right?
Right.
So, and then that is released from the body. But the problem with this is that it, for calories in equals calories out, what it does is it does not account for the type of a calorie it is. So, it doesn't really account for nutrients like fiber and protein and what else?
Carbohydrates.
Carbs, yeah,
Right.
right?
Right.
And fats.
And fats,
right?
right.
So and sodium. I mean, it doesn't include all of those different types of nutrients. I mean, there could be I love using this because I love, well, I don't really love them anymore, but when I was a kid, I liked them. But the Twinkies, right? The Twinkie.
Yeah.
And so if you have that and you have, I don't know, an apple, right? They're the same caloric intake. If you have maybe the whole Twinkie or I'm sorry, the whole apple and a half a Twinkie, the same caloric intake. But is that Twinkie giving you the energy that you need to be doing whatever you're going to do throughout the day? Or is the apple going to give you the better energy and the fiber to go through your digestive system and fight inflammation and all those things? The benefit of eating that apple is so much more than eating that Twinkie.
Well, there's the vitamins and all that in the apple.
Well,
as
right,
well.
exactly.
But
I mean, you can't
also,
really equate the two,
we're
but
talking about simple sugars versus
added
complex.
sugars and
Yeah,
complex,
complex
right,
carbohydrates.
right.
And what's better for the body.
Exactly. So you really have to be mindful. And this is what I love. I had a friend tell me, a friend who studied a lot about nutrition too, that nobody's putting it in your body but you. So those calories that you're putting in your body, you're choosing to put those in your body. So are you going to choose to put the apple in your body, or are you going to choose to put a Twinkie in your body? Those are the decisions that you have to make. But we all know that calories in does not equal. Let me repeat that. But we all know that calories in does not equal calories out.
Sure. All right. Good. That's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Ooh.